Welcome to another episode of Mr. Badger Talks to Scum, and I'm here with a good friend of mine, a returning guest, Mrs. Mongrel Pupstains. How's it going, Mongrel?
Oh, g'day, Mr. Badger. How are you, mate?
I'm alright. It's a bit warm, innit?
Yeah, it is a bit warm today. I'm feeling like I'm back home today. It's the hottest day England's recorded this year, and it's still fine, mate. You know what I mean? Still easy. It's not even a heat wave. This is just a regular day.
This is just a regular day.
In Australia, I'm talking about. You know what I mean?
Tell my bollocks that, because they're really not coping at the moment.
What about? How's the population of maggots going? Are they surviving?
They're thriving. Yeah.
Okay.
The heat's good for them, it seems. And I've been feeding them a little bit of cheese, just to, Yeah.
What cheese do you go with? Do you go with mozzarella, Edam? Do you go Swiss or?
I don't know. Whatever comes out my bell end. I don't know what it is. It looks like Dairy Lee, but the one with the lumps of meat in. You know.
Fucking hell. We've started strong early.
Yeah. It is quite strong, we'll say that. I can't eat it.
Yeah. No. Have you tried?
I had a teaspoonful and I passed out. So yeah.
Okay.
And I'm quite good with toxic foods, you know. So yeah. Have you ever eaten your own dick cheese?
No. I don't even think I've had dick cheese. I've got quite a hygienic bell end, so I've never actually eaten dick cheese before.
Well, the main thing for dick cheese is normally you get it from like fungal infections after you've had sex with women, and as you're only 12 and a lesbian, there's a chance that hasn't happened yet.
Right. Okay. That sounds fun.
It is quite fun. At least it was from memory, anyway. I haven't done anything in a while, believe it or not.
It's hard to believe. You're such a catch.
This is it. Yeah, I'm on Tinder.
Yeah.
I keep getting banned because they say you've got to have an actual photo of your face, but this is my face now. It's sort of melded on. You know, you can't get rid of it.
Yeah.
So anyway, talking of weird things, you're here to talk about a very strange subject today, aren't you? Which is, you said you were going to tell me about the time you were abducted by aliens.
Yeah, I was hesitant to come on because not a lot of people believe me when I tell them. People say I'm crazy, mentally ill.
This is before you start going into the story.
No, well, sometimes. Depends who you're talking to, really. It really does depend who you're talking to. But no, I really was abducted by aliens. Do you want to hear the story?
How old were you?
I was 11 in New Zealand.
Last year?
No, 11. I'm not 12.
Oh, how old are you?
I'm 25, Mr. Badger, although I don't look a day over 18.
I was going to say, you need to get yourself a fucking paper round, you do, son.
What's going to happen on the paper round, Mr. Badger?
Well, you'll get beaten with bricks if you do it round by me, so that'll age you drastically.
I did actually have a paper round about the time that I was abducted, but it was quite a nice paper round. All the people I used to deliver papers to, they used to leave gifts out for me, little sweets and chocolates, and it was nice. It was a really nice experience. So I don't understand the get a paper round reference.
So hang on, you were doing a paper round, and like some creepy old men were leaving special treats for you that you had to eat and drink, and then you sort of woke up and somebody had probed your anus.
It didn't happen in that order specifically, and it was mainly old women. It was mainly old dears whose maybe husbands had passed away, or whatever else.
You were fingered by old women.
Fingered's a strong word. If by finger you mean they gave me a Snickers bar to eat, and the brown finger of nut and nougat.
You call it whatever you want, mate. It's it's 2020, innit? You can do what you want and call yourself whatever you want.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah. So you were 11 years old in, did you say New Zealand?
New Zealand, correct.
If I'm not mistaken, is right next to France.
Yes, correct. Near France.
So you're there next to Gay Paris, eating some French food like chips, and you're on your push bike. Next thing you know, aliens. Carry on.
So I was out with there was like a dirt pile behind where we used to live, and me and my brother used to go and play in the dirt pile, and we would have it like a fortress basically. So you'd run up to the top, and we made like little stairs. Basically, they were building houses behind us, so we would want to play on the dirt pile basically. And I was on the dirt pile one night, and it was getting sort of dark, and I saw something sort of coming towards me, and I was like, "What is that?" And then I just blacked out, completely blacked out, and then woke up inside like a metal room, like just all aluminium, like someone had wrapped tinfoil around an entire room. And I wouldn't, you know, the traditional aliens you see on like television and in cartoons and that?
Yeah.
They weren't really that. They were like full-size people, but they were just a bit slimy and like gross, and like their skin. Have you ever felt a dolphin, Mr. Badger?
I've done a lot more than feel a dolphin.
A little bit. They felt a little bit like dolphins, but they were people. Well, not people. Extraterrestrials.
What? So could they speak?
Not in a language that I could understand, unfortunately. They weren't really speaking much, to be fair. I feel like, you know, human beings speak a lot more than they need to. A lot of people need to shut them out.
Yeah. So, what was going on then? Did they have? Was it one or two, or did they spock you? What did they do?
It was two. There was possibly more. And to be fair, nothing really happened. It was just a lot of sort of looking at me, and there was other children in there with me as well. So we were all sort of lined up together. No adults, which I felt was a bit concerning.
Did you touch any of the children's penises?
No, didn't touch any of the children's penises. We all still had all of our clothes on, which was nice.
Wasted opportunity, isn't it? Well, you've got no police, no cameras, load of naked kids. You know, you're never going to get another chance.
They weren't naked. Ever been to swimming baths before?
No, I'll be honest with you. I'm not allowed near anywhere where people are partially clothed.
Right. What happened?
When I was a kid, we were getting changed, you know, in the showers, and then when we come out, they found this dead one in there, and his bum was torn right open. And I swear I didn't do it. But they found my fur on him, you know. So, yeah, they wrongly accused me.
That seems to be a common trend with you, Mr. Badger. A lot of wrongful accusations.
That's why I need a good lawyer. Yeah. As they say, if you don't get caught, you didn't do it.
Absolutely. Ask O.J. Simpson.
I can't.
Why not?
Because I killed his missus, so I'm banned from talking to him.
So you're saying he didn't do it?
No, he didn't. I'd gone round the house to pick up a pair of leather gloves off her, and she'd sold them on eBay. And basically, they're a bit too big for me hands, so I throttled her with them. She deserved it, the prostitute.
She was a mother of three.
Yeah, well, she shouldn't have sold dodgy goods on eBay.
That's right. Have you ever been on Facebook Marketplace, Mr. Badger? I feel like you'd have a right good time on Marketplace.
Facebook Marketplace?
Yeah, it's a bit like eBay, but, you know, it's more face-to-face.
Faces?
You
can buy faces?
No, you meet the people face-to-face. A bit like we are now, but not really.
But what can you get on there?
Or everything you could get on eBay?
Can you get a pram?
Yep.
Can you get the contents of a pram?
Like blankets and toys?
Nah.
Babies?
Yeah! I'd like a baby.
Okay. Well, I don't think they sell babies on eBay or Facebook Marketplace, to be fair.
Yeah. I think I'd be a good daddy.
I think you would too.
Yeah, they wouldn't cry.
Why haven't you had any children, Mr. Badger?
I was married for a long time, and she told me that we couldn't have sex until our fourth wedding. So, yeah.
That's no
Apparently
good.
that's UK law. I didn't know.
So what happened after the fourth wedding? Did you consummate the marriage?
We never had a second one. I tried several times to go to a church, and they kept on saying, once you've married somebody once, you can't marry them again. But I said, well, she's told me it's UK law, so I never got to have sex.
Shit. You need to move her to a country like Hungary. Where's the places where you can have multiple wives? Fiji, you can have multiple wives.
Wales.
Really?
Yeah, Wales. You can have as many wives. You don't have to have wives. You can have anything. You can fuck a tree.
Really?
Yeah.
In Wales? Are you sure?
Yeah, they're all mentally retarded there, so that you can do what you want.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I've been to Wales a few times, and I mean, I don't want to pass as disparaging comments as you had, but you know, there are a few fries short of a Happy Meal, let's say.
Wales have got their own queen and king.
Do they?
Yeah, they live in a swamp.
Which swamp?
The swamp of Wales. There's only one. It's literally the size of Wales.
Oh no.
Yeah, and it fucking stinks of shit.
Have you worked much in Wales?
No, they won't let me gig there for some reason.
Oh, right. Who's they? Is it the Welsh government?
Yeah, racists.
Racists. Yeah.
Yeah.
None of those. No.
Huh?
None of those in England. No. Only good people.
There's lovely people in England. We are good Christian people. We look after our own.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, I think I'm. Will I get in trouble for this podcast?
Only with people from Wales. The King and Queen aren't going to be happy, but I don't know if they get internet in the swamp, to be fair.
I was going to say, I don't think they've got I don't think they've got eyes. I don't think they can see. I think they're like snails. I think they just sense
I thought
things.
they have multiple eyes all over their head.
Yeah, but none of them work. They're all like receptors. That's why they don't have a proper language, because they don't have ears either. They just make clicking and hissing noises.
All their eyes are receptors trying to find the nearest Greggs.
That's it, yeah. The nearest Greg's to go and complain about vegan pasties. That's
To be honest with you, I could, when I was abducted by aliens, have been in Wales, but I never got to see outside. I don't know what they did. They drugged us or something while we were taken away, and it's possible that we could have ended up in Wales because it did smell quite bad.
Well, Wales is quite close to France as well. You can cycle there from Wales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you
About
ever
10 minutes.
Have you ever cycled far?
No, I'm not. I can't. I've got no sense of balance.
Oh.
My inner ears don't work.
Oh. Where are your ears? Turn your head to the side. Have you got ears?
There's one.
There's one there.
There's the other one.
Ow. Oh, okay. That's good. But your inner ear is broken.
I was born wrong.
You can say that again.
I'm better now, though. I'm a normal boy.
That's, well, boy is,
What's
subjective.
wrong? Yeah. I think I'm a little baby boy. I'm like a baby boy in the body of a man. All sweet and innocent like Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know what happened with Michael Jackson?
He died.
Very sad.
Yeah, very sad. He died
He's in all the pain.
after eating some special treats that his doctor gave him.
Yeah, he was in a lot of pain.
Yeah, round his groin area.
Big pain there. Big
Yeah.
pain.
Apparently he snapped his penis in a very tight hole.
What was the hole?
Huh?
What was the hole?
I don't know, but it must have been covered in shit because his dick was fucked. I tell you. He sent me a photo of it. Oh, It was red raw. The skin had been peeled back. And it was just,
no!
It was turds and rusks. That's all it was covered in.
What are rusks?
I don't know. I think you give them to babies when they're teething.
Oh, the like the biscuit thing, the baby Ruskin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're getting into dangerous subjects here. So, is it all right if we have a break and I'll tell you what happened in private, and then we'll chat about your alien abduction in part 2?
Sure.
I'll see you again in part 2. Apparently, like, you can get 2 fists inside if you really push. But Michael Jackson only had skinny hands anyway, so, you know, who knows. So anyway, we're back for part 2 of Mr. Badger Talks to Us Scum. And I'm here with my good friend, what's your name?
Mongo Shobbs, I think, is one of your favourites.
That'll do. So I'm here with Mongo Shobbs. Mongo, you were telling me about you were abducted by some Arabs.
It was aliens, I believe, and it was quite interesting, Mr. Badger, because you said, did you ever try to learn to ride a bike?
I attempted, but okay. I haven't got like toes or feet particularly. They're more like flabby stumps, so I couldn't really do the pedals, you know. Okay. And I said, me inner ears don't work properly. Then my head's wrong.
Mess. Yeah. Well, it was weird because there was. I mean, I don't want to, you know, gender them or clarify them, but it was more of like an alien children, and the older aliens were getting us kids to try and teach them how to ride bikes in this like track that they had, basically. So we were sort of like getting the kids on the bikes, and that's when I got to touch them, because and find out they felt like dolphins, because, you know,
like an alien velodrome.
I wouldn't say it was the size of a velodrome, a miniature velodrome, let's say. But I don't know where they'd gotten the bikes from as well, because the bikes were like regular bikes, you know, like I won't say brand names, but you know what I mean, one you would get from Halfords or other places people have bikes.
Is that what they do first? Do they abduct bikes and then they abduct people?
Possibly, or maybe if they were abducting kids that were on bikes, they accidentally took the bike as well, and they thought, "What's this?" But to be honest with you, why would you want to get around on a bike? Like, a bike's not really an effective mode of transport, is it? You know what I mean? When you're operating in an alien ship with a miniature velodrome.
Well, I've never really seen an alien spaceship. It might be full of shit. They might be hoarders.
It was pretty clean, to be honest. I think they ran a tight ship.
Did they have Heelys?
Heelys? Oh, the little shoes with the heels on the back. I didn't see them. I used to have a pair of those, but then they got banned at all shops in Australia. So we weren't allowed to wear them. And the shops was really the only place you would go as sort of a, you know, 11, 12-year-old boy. So when you couldn't wear shops, it sort of went out of fashion.
Yeah. So 11 and 12-year-old boys that may or may not fall over and hurt themselves, and being able to run away, hang around shops.
Yep.
Nice. So you're teaching dolphin boys to ride bikes.
Mm.
Do you want to elaborate on that?
I think it's pretty self-explanatory. They weren't very good. I think they might have had similar inner ear problems to you, Mr. Badger, because they didn't get very far. As soon as we let them go, they just fell off. And it was quite fun, actually. It was quite funny. You know, there's nothing funnier than watching a child hurt themselves. The only thing funnier than that is watching a child alien hurt themselves.
Yeah. What if it's somebody else hurting them?
What do you mean, like someone else hurting a child alien?
Or a child?
A child hurting a child?
No. Or somebody else just hurting a child.
It's not as fun.
Forcing them to do stuff that they're not happy with.
Right. I wouldn't say that's as fun. Depends on your audience, you know. There's a few people in the comedy scene that might beg to differ.
There's been loads come out recently, haven't there?
Yeah, I know. There's been a lot, man. It's been a bit crazy.
Perverts. Are you a pervert?
No, not at all, mate. You'll never hear any allegations come against me.
Oh, well, because they're all dead.
Leave no witnesses, as they say.
That's it, yeah. But, well, the aliens left witnesses.
Well, yeah, they did. When to be honest with you, they were quite disappointed because when the smaller aliens weren't successful at the bike riding, that was sort of the last thing I remember, and then it was bang, back on the dirt pile. So, to be honest with you,
Did you up the what?
On the dirt pile? Took us back.
Did you up your dirt pile?
No. They drugged us, I think, or sedated us.
Well, that's normally what you have to do first, or else they get very angry.
Get very irate. No, I kept all my clothes on in the entire interaction.
Well, yeah, you can still just sort of like, make a little split, can't you? That's what I do.
What do you usually make the split with? Car keys or
fingernails?
Fingernails.
Yeah. You get away with it then. You can just, because it's innocent, If you've got a knife, you look dodgy. Whereas if you're just going along, you're just casually feeling a child's bottom. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, I've slipped. Oh, my fingernails cut your shorts wide open and my penis is exposed. That's the way to do it.
Thank you for that.
I'm gonna say you look like you're pretending that you didn't know, but I can tell. I can tell you're a man of experience. This is.
I feel like every time I come on this fucking podcast, I'm constantly denying allegations against me. It's almost like a bloody deposition before a court case.
I feel like Jeremy Paxman. I'm just trying to get the truth out of you.
Who's Jeremy Pack? What references are these?
You don't know who Jeremy Paxman is? Oh dear. Bloody hell. So we're showing how enlightened you are. Jeremy Paxman does interviews very much like this, where he forces difficult questions on people and makes them answer. And normally you tend to find the people that avoid answering, or feign ignorance, they're the ones that are guilty.
Yeah. Okay.
The people that when asked won't even give their real name. Them ones.
Yeah. Okay. Well, my name's Matty Shaw, not Mongo Shops.
So you're changing your details already.
I deny all allegations. Deny.
Yeah. So anyway, basically you've been trying to teach these weird alien dolphin babies how to ride human push bikes that have been stolen. Next thing you know, they've drugged you, they've done you up the dirt pipe, you're back on terra firma.
Yep.
Yeah. That was it. That was your story.
That was basically it.
I'll be honest, I expected more than that, I can't imagine they'd want to travel millions of light years to just sort of go, I'll teach our Barry how to ride that. Thanks.
To be honest with you, I think they were as disappointed as you, because they thought it was going to go really well. And, maybe they just picked the wrong kids for the job. Maybe they should have picked someone that was a better teacher. I get quite frustrated quite easily.
They should have picked me.
You think you would have been able to help? Well, you don't know how to ride a bike?
No, but my skin's all slippery and covered in mucus, so I think I'd have fitted in.
Okay. Yeah, probably. I've not touched you yet, Mr. Badger. I've seen you in real life, but I'm yet to touch you and really feel you.
You can have a go if you want.
Yeah?
I'll send you a bit of foreskin through the post.
Okay, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
What would you use it for? Are we mixing it into food? Has it got sort of medicinal properties or healing properties?
I wouldn't eat it.
Okay.
No, it's definitely not healing. It's quite the opposite. I'd find.
How much?
If you find your worst enemy and just sort of smear it around the rim of their glass when they're drinking.
Okay.
The KGB use it. What?
thought you were going to say to smear it around the mouth.
It's not very inconspicuous if you go up to me and smear a bell end on their mouth. It's
You can just
they
you
tend
can
to
take like an
notice-
aluminium can and just sort of just.
Yeah, that's it. Just smear it around the bit that they're drinking from.
Yeah.
14 seconds. Done.
Dead. Are they dead?
Dead.
How are you still alive then?
Years of tolerance, isn't it? You know, you build it up.
So I wanted to get your thoughts on COVID and your immunity to it, because if you've got a deadly poisonous foreskin, how do you think you would feel with the current coronavirus pandemic?
Well, I've had coronavirus 3 times and it hasn't really affected me. Yet, ironically, I currently have fucking hay fever, and that's it's kicking my ass at this exact second in time. So I think the government should shut the fuck up about coronavirus. And like, hay fever didn't exist about 15 years ago, which makes me think that maybe there's something they're putting on food which may have caused coronavirus, and it started off as hay fever.
We need to ban all pollen, don't you think? Get rid of grass.
Well, apart from that stuff you can smoke, that's all right.
Keep that in, absolutely. Are you a big drug user, Mr. Badger?
No, I don't do any drugs.
Really?
Yep, never touched drugs in my life.
What have you touched in your life?
Kids.
Anything else? Yourself?
Yeah, I used to. Long time ago. I used to do heroin. I dabbled with cocaine and cannabis. But, you know, not
Okay.
proper drugs.
Yeah. What are the proper drugs you haven't listed? What are the ones that you wouldn't?
Rat glands.
Rat glands? Okay.
Rat glands. Never eat a rat gland.
How do you even find a rat gland? You gotta
In
find
a
a
rat-
rat first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just get a rat and pop the glands out.
Where are the glands on a rat?
On its anus. So you just hold it up to your mouth and you suck while squeezing. But don't get a testicle. If you get a testicle, that's quite nice.
For someone who's never had a rat gland, you seem to know a lot about how you would get a hold of one.
I've seen people do it in the BBC
Okay.
back in the day. That's how you got your contract. You know, it was one of these like rites of passage. You'd sacrifice a chicken, you'd suck out a rat gland, and then you'd go into a broom closet with Lenny Henry for 15 minutes.
It's another reference I don't get. Who's Lenny Henry?
You're better off not knowing. I'll be honest with you.
Is he a good guy?
You.
Is he good or bad?
If anybody from the BBC is watching this, Lenny Henry is one of the nicest people that's ever existed. He does a lot for charity, and he has never, ever, ever, ever raped any children.
Good.
Yes,
That's very good.
it is good. I think that's the definition of good, is not raping.
Aren't you yourself an admitted child rapist?
I've never admitted raping a child, you know.
What? 3 times today?
That's not rape. If they
What was
want it, it's not rape, is it? Do you rape your husband?
I don't have a husband.
No wonder if you look like that. You want to put some lipstick on and smile more, love? Short skirt. That's what you want.
You're saying that I'm a woman? Or I look
you're
like
not.
one? I don't have a lesbian haircut anymore.
You're either a very ugly woman or a confused man.
I think I'm a confused man.
Huh?
I think I'm a confused man.
Are you? What are you confused about? Are you confused about whether you were actually abducted by aliens, or whether you just did a paper round, took some hallucinogenic cake from an old lady who was trying to rape you, and ended up falling into a pool full of dolphins.
And when you put it like that, it sounds made up. But no one's ever believed me. Do you believe me, Mr. Badger?
Not at all.
Really?
Yeah, I think you tried to fuck a dolphin.
I was only 12 or 11.
So you've just changed you've changed your name 3 times. You've changed your age. You've changed your sexuality and your gender several times from the looks of you. So yeah, I'm calling bullshit. You tried to fuck a dolphin, and now you're trying to pass it off as an accident.
I really like dolphins, though. They're very lovely creatures.
I bet you do, you dirty bastard. Right, so what we've learned today, ladies and gentlemen, is that Matty Shaw is currently banned from the comedy scene. He'll tell you he's moving back to Australia, but he's not. He's been banned. And what we've learned is it's because he rapes dolphins. You got anything to say?
I don't really think there is anything I can say at this point, other than I deny all allegations.
That'll be your catchphrase, that will. Anyway,
I want to tell you as well, Mr. Badger, update from our last podcast for our avid listeners of the programme. You sang a song about Hazel going to the dentist. Since that song, it has prompted her to go to the dentist, and her teeth are looking better than ever. So you've really made a positive impact.
What? So I did a song, and what I said happened?
Yeah. She went to the... Well, no, she didn't shag a dentist.
I want a 7-year-old baby to sit on my face and wiggle about. That's my new song.
Okay. That's good. That's pretty... There's no really questions that need to be asked on that one. It's pretty straightforward.
Well, let's see if that song comes true. And hopefully I'll catch up with you again in the future. You'll probably be back in Australia by then, though, won't you?
Hopefully. Yeah.
Yeah, for the sake of our dolphins. So,
yeah.
It's been nice. Sorry?
You don't have many dolphins here. How many dolphins have you seen in England?
We've got fucking loads.
You reckon?
Yeah. You go down Cornwall, there's loads. You go to Scotland, there's loads.
Not in Wales, though.
You open a tin of tuna, there's loads. Right, I'm going to have to go, Matty, because you're scaring me.
Okay. That's all right.
Say goodbye to the boys and girls.
Bye, boys and girls.
Say sorry to the dolphins.
Sorry, dolphins. No, why am I apologising? I didn't do anything.